Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast that helps you learn English one word at a time. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today. Our word of the day is die. Die is a very important verb in the English language, though it's a bit of a serious one. It's an A1 level word, meaning it's one of the first words you learn when starting to study English. Die means to stop living, to cease to exist. It describes the end of life for a person, animal, or even a plant. It's a natural part of life, although it's often a sad and sensitive topic. Let's explore how we use die in everyday language. For example, we might say, "My grandfather died last year," or "The plant died because I forgot to water it." Die is a strong word, and we sometimes use gentler words to talk about death. Now, let's look at some synonyms for die. Synonyms are words that have similar meanings. A common synonym for die is pass away. Pass away is often used to be more polite or less direct. For example, instead of saying he died, we might say he passed away peacefully in his sleep. Another synonym is perish. Perish often suggests a more violent or sudden death. For example, many soldiers perished in the war. Another synonym could be expire. For example, the contract expired at 5 p.m. yesterday. You could say instead of the contract died at 5 p.m. yesterday. That would sound incorrect. The same can be said with the synonym cease. These examples highlight how synonyms nuance the meaning of die and can be more appropriate in certain contexts. Another synonym that we can use is decease. An example of this in use is the records of the deceased were sealed, or the family mourned the deceased at the funeral service. It is a more formal way of saying it. Now, let's look at some antonyms of die. Antonyms are words that have the opposite meaning. The most obvious antonym for die is live. To live means to be alive, to exist. For example, all humans live on Earth. Another antonym is be born. To be born is to start living. For example, my niece was born this morning. Thrive is another antonym. For example, plants thrive in a sunny environment. Let's look at how we can use die in everyday life. We use die to talk about the end of life, but we also use it in some common expressions. For example, we might say, "I'm dying of laughter." This doesn't mean we are literally dying, but it means we are laughing very hard. Another common expression is die-hard fan. A die-hard fan is someone who is extremely loyal and dedicated. He's a die-hard fan of that football team. We use this term to describe someone that will always support a cause. Let's look at some more usage examples of die in sentences and phrases. The flowers died because it was too cold. I don't want to die before I see the world. The engine died suddenly in the middle of the road. The battery of my phone died just as I was calling for help. The fire slowly died down. The actor died peacefully at the age of 90. Don't die on me. We need you. He promised he would die trying. Die is inevitable. Brave soldiers can die for freedom. These sentences demonstrate the various contexts in which die is used, from literal death to figurative expressions. Understanding these examples helps you grasp the full range of meaning and usage. So, to summarize, die means to stop living. We use it to talk about the end of life for people, animals, and plants. Some synonyms are pass away, perish, expire, decease. Some antonyms are live, be born, and thrive. We also use die in common expressions like I'm dying of laughter and die-hard fan. Learning words like die and understanding their synonyms and antonyms is a crucial step in becoming fluent in English. Thank you for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you found this episode helpful and informative. Now for our call to action. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. Your support helps others find our show, and it motivates us to keep creating content for you. Also, I encourage you to create your own sentence about die and share it as a comment under this video. We would love to see how you're using this word in your own English practice. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll see you next time on Hello Word.